guys, welcome to Woken Pretty. It's my favorite time of the week. It's Am I the A-hole? Also,
Beautiful.
my other favorite time is my life advice because I love the relationship advice one, which could sometimes be the Am I the A-hole story too. I don't know. It depends. But hey, Min, remember last month when we did an episode about food sabotage?
Yes.
And you were like shook.
Yes, because I learned some things about you that I was like, oh, dang.
I never would have done that. But
Girl,
you know,
I don't even blame you for doing it, though. That's the thing.
I was a college student in a rich ass school and I was on a scholarship and you're stealing my ice cream.
Yeah.
Okay. Ben and Jerry's ain't cheap, people.
No, it's true.
Okay. It's not cheap. But anyway, I found this Am I the A-hole story and it's right up the same alley. So I don't know if you guys want to get into it because I know how I feel, but based on our conversation, I want to know how Min feels about this particular trick that this chick did. It's called the milk swap. You ready for this one?
Of course I'm ready. Do
God.
this.
Okay. So me and two other guys share an apartment together and we split all the bills. The only thing we don't split costs is on groceries. That makes sense.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Everyone's in charge of buying their own food. We don't touch whatever belongs to us in the fridge. We put our names on everything so no one gets mixed up. The issue has been going on almost a year and I'm sick of it. One of my roommates keeps stealing my food. I get home from work, containers with my leftovers are sometimes missing and they have my name written on it, or my stuff finishes too quick. My gallon of milk, for example, I buy almond milk because I like the taste, but it seems to finish after a week, even though I've only drank it once or twice. That would piss me off, actually. Would that piss you off? When you want your milk, you want your milk. That would piss me off. I confronted roommate R about this lots of times, and he always causes arguments. He outright denies it, tells me I'm crazy, even though it's so obvious because my other roommate and I carpool together. And because we both work the same early morning shifts around the same area, I know it's not him. It's always after we get back home and R already left for work that I notice that my food's gone. My roommates also had a similar problem, but not as often as I do. I'm guessing because R doesn't like what he buys. The funny thing is R buys a lot for himself and is even more stingy about his food. He will literally point out what's his when he comes back from the grocery store and tells us not to touch it. Last week, my milk was nearly empty again and I got fed up. I went to the liquor store and bought regular dairy milk. I drank what was left of my almond milk and refilled the gallon with the one I bought. This was to catch/prove R is the one stealing since he's lactose intolerant. The next day, Saturday, we get back from work and R is pissed. He yelled at me that he was stuck in the bathroom for 40 minutes with diarrhea because of my milk. He was using it to make a shake. I only responded with, so then you are the one that's been stealing. And he freaking exploded. He admitted he sometimes drink my milk and eat my food, but he was more mad that I switched milks than the fact that he was caught. I told him I wouldn't have done that if he just stopped taking my stuff from the fridge, or at least told the truth instead of trying to make it seem like I was making it up. My roommate backed me up and thought it was funny. He got payback from stealing from us. It's a little tense right now, and my roommate told me R is trying to convince him to agree to kick me out. Little does he know we're both looking to move somewhere else together because we're sick of his shit. I told some buddies what happened and a few think that I was an asshole for that. And I feel like I'm not in the wrong here. He was taking my food and not even owning up to it. And I wanted to prove it. Does that make me an asshole?
No. No.
Sounds like he got some good payback.
Also,
look, if you're lactose intolerant, that is bad. She could have really hurt him.
Yeah. Yeah. She did give him maybe not a heads up, but she did ask several times if you're just going to deny it. I'm sure she would have been like, listen, I'll buy milk one week, you buy milk the next week. Like, how hard would that have been?
He wasn't admitting that it was him, though.
I know.
Here's my thing. When you're a jerk, you're a jerk. If it was another guy, he wouldn't have gotten like that with her. He stole. So she already admitted that he just likes her food better than the other guy. A long time ago, I would not have let this go on for a year. I probably would have just bought my own little miniature refrigerator, to be honest, in my room. I would have. Yeah. I really, truly would have. Or I don't know. I may have probably done the same thing. It was devious as she put it back in the almond milk carton. She could have easily put water in there and he could have been pissed off. In our previous episode, when we talked about food sabotage, a woman that we read about said that she wrote on her sandwich that she spit in it.
Yes.
It could be true. It could not be true. But the thing is, it's there for that thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. That guy was crossing her boundaries for a real long time. He
Yeah.
deserved what was coming to him. I don't think she was an a-hole, but I think it's hard when you're lactose intolerant and you're in the bathroom. But the fact that he wasn't even accountable and he's trying to get the other roommate to kick her out,
Mm-hmm.
I hope she gets to move out before this because she does not need that.
No,
I
no.
don't like it.
Also, I know that you said I would have bought a mini fridge and put it in my bedroom. What are the chances of him? He clearly has no boundaries.
That's fair. But maybe when you have
Would have
roommates
gone
and
in
stuff, you
there.
usually have the lock or she shouldn't have to do that, first of all.
No,
I think if he wasn't stealing her food, he wouldn't have had a problem. How about that?
I'm with you.
It's her food. She could do whatever she wants with it.
Yeah.
Ugh. What if she put medicine in there? I put laxatives in my.
That's true. It's true.
The fact that I had to go buy the laxatives made me mad.
I don't blame you.
Whatever. I hope that person pooped himself. I'm not normally like this. I'm not vindictive like this, but it's just really hard when it's constant and all the time. It borderlines disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
And then you start to think, is this person disrespecting me because I'm the chump and I can get away with it? Because a lot of the times from the food things that we've talked about, it's always the same person getting shat on.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a bullying situation.
Yeah.
So get the hell out of here. Okay, here's a comment. Speaking as a lactose intolerant person, not the a-hole, the dude had a lesson to learn. If drinking real milk would have killed him or hospitalized him, then I'd say it was too far and there should have been a better way. But having to shit for 40 minutes is hilarious and fair and punishment. Well played. I agree. If he was allergic, it would be different.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad she likes almond milk and she's investing in it, but geez. Oh, I love this one. I'm gonna let this one slide. Not the a-hole, as my husband always says, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. And the guy got what he deserved.
True.
I'm going to use that in life. Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
Yeah, so true.
He just got the diarrhea. Big deal.
Yeah.
I would hope that he's.
I'm more surprised he didn't notice the inconsistency of like almond milk and regular milk. I would have noticed the inconsistency right away.
Because he didn't care. He just
obviously
trust. But here's the thing though. She should. Did he stop eating your food, girl? Or is he still eating it? Because I would just use regular milk in my stuff. Let him keep having the shits.
Hold on though. How fair is that to her to use regular milk though? Maybe she's also.
Well, she clearly said she just likes almond milk better. And it's me too. I like almond milk better. I'm not lactose intolerant. If regular milk was there, I will have it, but I don't love it, but I would, it's fine.
See, I'm lactose intolerant. So like for me, if you touch
she's
my
not
milk.
But it just would make me pissed off that I have to do that.
Yeah.
When my life should be easier and I'm changing my actions for somebody. Man, you get the hell out of here, sir. You go move or stop being a jerk about it. Whatever. You want to kick a roommate out because you can't steal her food anymore? This new one is called The Entire Cake. Am I the a-hole for accidentally eating an entire cake that my boyfriend made? You ate a whole cake, girl? What? Dang. Okay. All right. All right. That's savage, but okay. My fiance is an incredible baker, and I've always said that he should start his own bakery, but he's always resisted the idea. Anyways, I'm going on 4 months pregnant. Okay, that makes more sense. I'm going on You did not have cravings at 4 months, honey. That is mental. You know you don't get cravings at 4 months.
Hold on. All pregnancies are different and all women are different. So maybe she did.
Or maybe she just allowed herself to eat a lot. I'm on
my period and I'm getting cravings. Like
cravings enough to eat a whole cake though? Okay. Anyways, I'm going on 4 months pregnant and what he makes is like a magnet to my mouth. LOL. As all my pregnant and non-pregnant gals know, the cravings hits you really hard when you're building a baby. It's true though. It's all really good, but the cravings are starting to get worse because he rarely bakes now because he's busier with work. His niece's 6th birthday is coming up and he took time to bake a caterpillar cake for her and it looked amazing. I asked him if he had time to make another one so we could have it to ourselves and he agreed. It turned out really well and I think he had 2 slices and then told me to help myself to however much I'd like. He was away for work for much of today and after he left, I went to the fridge and took a slice for myself. It was so good. I kept going back for more and more. I've been there. Okay. And I wasn't pregnant. Eventually, before I knew it, the cake disappeared entirely. LOL. Why are you LOLing? If you're mad about it. Funny. I was sitting there with a spoon in hand and I snapped out of a fog and realized what I don't want. I think she got food problems. She snapped out of a fog. You mean your sugar coma?
I released an episode today with one of my girlfriends, and she struggles with binge eating.
I think this sounds more like binge eating than
I was about to say
pregnancy
this.
cravings.
This is giving me similar vibes. Go on.
That's what I'm saying. Some people, when they hit, oh, I'm pregnant. Okay. It unleashes their inhibitions about food. Okay. And that's fine. Anyway, I snapped out of a fog and realized what I had done. I did not mean to do that at all. You didn't recognize you took the last slice? I texted him what happened and told him I might have had a lot of cake, and he said it's all good. But when he got home and saw that the cake was gone, he got really mad that I didn't leave a slice for him, yelling and raising voice mad. I don't know what he expected because I told him and he said I could have as much as I'd like. I don't get why he's mad. So he's good at it. He's so good at it. So he's so good at it. So he could simply take an hour out of his day instead of sitting on his ass gaming and make another one. Oh, he got even madder when he saw that I took a small slice out of the other cake. Like it was a tiny slice. Admittedly, I screwed up and I couldn't help myself, but I don't think it's nothing to get worked up over. This is bad. I also didn't like that he yelled because it was stressing me out, and stress for pregnant women is bad and I'm trying to avoid it. I couldn't help it. I started crying and he took this as me trying to manipulate him, and I totally couldn't help it. It just ended up making him madder. I tried to keep the peace by apologizing, but he ignored me and went for a jog and hasn't come back since. I did screw up, but I don't think it's worth this kind of reaction and conflict. It's really upsetting. I have so many things to say here. What do you think?
Listen,
I was going to say she's not until she admitted she took a slice out of the new cake. What the hell is wrong with you?
again, though, like maybe she does have a binge, or
She's
what
using
if it-
pregnancy as an excuse. She thinks being pregnant is giving her a pass. She took a slice out of the other cake that wasn't for her. It's one thing if she ate the whole cake that he said to help yourself to. He's making it for his niece. The fact that you're justifying that it was the tiniest slice, like, what's wrong with you? Something's wrong.
Yeah.
Something's wrong. She doesn't have control. This is a problem.
But it
She might
be
have some eating
mental.
issues. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. She might have some eating issues.
Mhm.
The fact that she ate the cake that wasn't for her, yeah, you're the a-hole girl. If you ate that whole cake, maybe you were an a-hole, but I get it. But come on, you couldn't stop yourself at a whole entire cake and you went to the new cake?
Yeah.
You have a problem. And the fact that she's using pregnancy to blame is really ridiculous.
A little bit, yeah. I get what you're saying. I'm trying to, I don't know.
No, tell me otherwise.
I'm trying to play devil's advocate. Again, I recorded an episode this weekend with a girlfriend of mine who's a binge eater, and in the episode, she says there was a time that I was on FaceTime with my boyfriend at the time, and for a good 2 hours, and the entire time, at one point, he looked at me. He's, "I love you, but the entire time we've been on the phone, all you've been doing is eating the M&Ms that are beside you." And there's no problem with that, except for maybe you're hungry. And she literally came out of a fog, exactly what you said, and was like, wait, and didn't even recognize that she had been eating.
But this girl, okay, I could give you that for the whole entire cake, but she had to have recognized that she decided to cut open an entire new cake.
Yeah.
That's the thing that gets me right there. If she ate that whole cake and came out of fog, like, I get it, but she still should recognize something's wrong. She went into a new cake that wasn't meant for her, that she knew he was making. And for her to deflect and say that he should get off his lazy ass and make another one when he did, like, she has to recognize that she has very low control and why and how. You should not have went into that second cake. That is the straw for me.
Yeah.
It's time consuming to make a cake. You know that. You saw him do it. It's not like it's just a snap of a finger, honey.
It's true.
Come on, it takes effort. And then he decorated it and everything. You didn't accidentally eat an entire cake. That was, maybe you did, but you accidentally ate an entire cake and then a part of another cake. You didn't even leave him a piece. Oh, somebody said this screams, why ask permission when you can beg forgiveness? Especially when you ate some of his niece's cake. Ooh, somebody's calling her out. Texted him what had happened and told him I might have eaten a lot of cake. And he said, it's all good. Sounds like you made it sound like you ate a lot, but not the entire thing plus some. So you probably assumed Whoa. People are vicious. Everyone's saying she's an a-hole, though. That's a lot. I don't think anything's wrong with eating the whole cake, but I think going into the second cake I don't like it. It just screams like you knew what you were doing and you're looking, I don't know. I don't like
For
it.
justification?
I guess.
Yeah, fair.
And then she's trying to act like he has a right to go out of control. Oh my goodness. I don't know, man. People are crazy.
Totally agree.
All right, let's do one more for this episode because I love it. What do you think? Oh, what kind do you want to hear? What kind do you want to hear?
Girl, you're on a trend here. Today's trend is food one, so it's got to be food one.
Oh no.
Yeah,
okay, wait.
You started it. You got to finish it.
I don't know. Ooh, this one's not food, but it's probably going to be triggering because it's about sisters.
Good
what
enough.
do you think?
Good enough.
I feel like we love a good sister story.
We totally do.
Am I the a-hole for being upset at my sister getting my college fund money? What? Okay. Hi, I'm 17 and my sister's 21. She's always a rebellious child, but never got in trouble. Oh God, I got to say all that. Our grandfather left us both funds for college and his inheritance. The only catch was to actually go to college. Makes sense. My sister was the party animal and she got pregnant at 18. My parents took care of everything. She still lives with us with no father in the picture. I wanted to start looking for colleges now to be better prepared, but turns out I have no money left. I'm literally sobbing while writing this. My parents took my entire money and gave it to my sister. I raised this issue on Christmas and I'm being blamed for ruining Christmas and not loving my niece or my sister. I told them, yes, I really hate each and every one of them, and I feel like an asshole for that. My parents have offered $10K in exchange to calm me down, but that amount was literally $80,000, and they are telling me that I'm greedy. Please help me. Am I really the a-hole? Should I take what was offered to me right now? Because according to them, this is what they've got left. Oh, man.
I struggle with stories where it's a blatantly clear and obvious that there is a favorite child in the mix.
She may not be the favorite though, but she's the one that needed the help and the parents thought it was necessary because she doesn't have a father in the picture, a baby daddy in the picture. So the parents did that consciously because she needed help.
But how is that this girl's problem?
The fact that they dipped into her college fund really is sad. They should have told her. She should be mad at them for sure because they didn't tell her. They stole her money and then are trying to gaslight her and be like, this is all we have. And the fact that they're accusing her of not loving her niece and her sister is, we did a story like this recently, about a month ago, where we talked about, do you remember this? The sister and the family wanted the girl to stay home and babysit.
Yes.
And she was like, no, I'm going to college. And they were like, you're selfish because she basically should sacrifice her whole life. This reminds me of that. But they're not telling her not to go to college, but geez.
But they basically have made it difficult for her to go to college. Should she take first of all, should you take the 10 grand? Yes, take it. Are you the asshole? No.
I don't think she's an a-hole. I know she brought it up in Christmas, but it's not like there was a good time to bring this up, to be honest. I don't think she should let it go because she needs to get college paid for and they stole from her. It's not, who's the executor of the will? That's what I want to know. And the fact that they're saying that she's greedy, that's hypocritical.
I don't know how it works up there or down there, but like up here, you put a trustee on that amount and that trustee can't necessarily access the money.
Unless the parents were the trustees, one of the parents. It's probably a family member. It's usually a family member.
Yeah.
I think that she needs to get a lawyer, but she doesn't have any money to pay a lawyer. But there's statute of limitations, someone's saying on here on the comments, which I think is right. But if they stole her money, they have to pay her back.
Honestly, at this point, as horrible as this sounds, cut your losses, take the 10 grand and walk away.
Yeah. It says this isn't a case of parents preferring the golden child. It's literally neglect. Because you said it was a golden child thing. What did the $80,000 go to for the sister? Oh, here it is. I didn't ask. They just said it went to my sister and the baby and some hospital bills. That seems weird. $80,000 is a lot for... $80,000 is a lot.
In the States, though?
How much? $80,000 is what they left her for college.
That makes sense. 4 years of college, 80 grand.
But they
That
left
totally
them
makes sense.
both. That's $80,000 times 2. That's $160,000 because they would have used the sisters first. Think about that for a second.
Okay.
Think about it. The sisters' money had to be used first. Something's fishy here. I don't think they just used it for the sister. There's no way. There's no way. She got pregnant at 18 and she's 21 now. 18, 19, 20, 21. That's 3 years. Okay. So if you did 3 years with $80,000 and the girl lives at home, her $80,000 that she didn't use to go to college would have covered her hospital bills and care for the baby living at home because she's not paying rent. And actually, that's way more than you would need to care for a newborn baby like that, like a 3-year-old. So what's happened? How would her money come into play? I think she needs to get a lawyer. If she has proof that money was left to her, she's going to get that money back. I don't know. It's hard to tell a 17-year-old though to get a lawyer. I'd like to say that I'm vindictive, but I'm not. But I wish that something like this would keep me mad long enough where I would just cut them out of my life, but it probably wouldn't. Did the sister go to college?
Whew.
Sorry, you asked for
I feel
you
very
asked for
bad.
one.
I just feel very bad for this poor little girl because she was robbed of her future.
She can still go
But
to
I
college.
will say,
just
girl,
a
take
lot
the
of
10
loans.
grand, take the 10 grand, walk away.
Take the 10 grand, set yourself up and take out loans. They're not going to give you any more money. I would take the 10 grand and get a lawyer. Truly. Anyway, guys, that's our episode for today. I hope you enjoyed it because I surely did. I always do. So follow us on Instagram and TikTok, Woke Pretty Podcast, and in YouTube. Guys, on YouTube, we love you watching us and commenting. I love seeing it all the time. And obviously, if you like this episode, share it with someone. Please write a review. And we love having you. So we'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Remember, you're the heartbeat of our podcast. Your support, your comments, and your enthusiasm keeps us fired up and ready to bring you more pop culture goodness each week. If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you never miss a moment of action. We'd love to hear your thoughts, suggestions, and even your own pop culture discoveries.
Connect with us on social media at Woke and Pretty Podcast on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok.